Super Mario Galaxy 2 is, and probably always will be, my favorite video game ever made. I've always just loved the level design and music a lot more in this game than Galaxy 1, plus I've just got more nostalgia for it. One of the little things that Galaxy 2 has is the collectible Comet medals, with one being found in the first star of each galaxy. These little guys range from being super easy to collect to having some actually pretty tough challenges behind them. Today I thought it would be fun to rank every single one of the Comet medals in Super Mario Galaxy 2. I've only ever seen one person rank them before, so I thought it would be a cool idea. I'll be ranking these Comet medals mostly based on how fun they are to collect and if they have any real challenge to them. I'm also going to be splitting the list into different tiers ranging from F to S. Also, please don't take this ranking too seriously. If for some reason you're mad at the fact that I put Slip Sand Galaxy's Comet medal at number 45, then please go ahead and roast me in the comments. We've got 49 different Comet medals to rank, so let's get right into every Comet medal from Super Mario Galaxy 2 ranked. Starting off the list, we have F tier, and I've nicknamed this tier the Sinister Six because these are the absolute worst placed Comet medals in the game. Number 49, Supermassive Galaxy. I highly doubt anyone's gonna say that this Comet medal is good, but I could see you making an argument for another one being down here. It's immediately in front of you the second you start the star, and while you can technically fall into the endless abyss of space, it's pretty hard to do so. I think this was a pretty big missed opportunity to just have one giant Comet medal here instead. Supermassive Galaxy's Comet medal is just not very good and nearly impossible to miss, making it the worst one in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Number 48, Bowser's Gravity Gauntlet. This one's located a little after the start of the level, where it's just right above you. There is a breakable block right below it though, and while at first it seems that if you break it you'll have to restart the level, with some expert platforming, you can still get it. I mean, this is just another Comet medal that's impossible to miss, which is a trend you'll see with some of these earlier entries. Number 47, Twisty Trials Galaxy. Oh hey look, it's yet another Comet medal where it's just right in front of you and nearly impossible to miss. The only real plus from this is that the Mario Sunshine reference is super cool. Unfortunately, a reference isn't going to carry this one, but it just might carry another Comet medal later down the ranking. My only real idea for a different placement is just throwing the Comet medal out to the side, making you use the Cloud Flower to get it. Even if that were the case though, I'm almost positive this Comet medal would still place super low. Number 46, Battle Belt Galaxy. I hate Battle Belt Galaxy, so being able to put its Comet medal really low warms my heart. You'll find it over a little pool of lava, but one simple long jump will grant it to you with no issue. Again, this is one of those Comet medals that's pretty hard to miss, but at least with this one it would be pretty hard to put the Comet medal anywhere else in the galaxy. Number 45, Slip Sand Galaxy, and yet another Comet medal that's nearly impossible to miss. It's quite literally on the set pathway, but at least there's a decent bit of danger around it with some quicksand and some cluck booms near it. You also do have to go through a little bit of the level before you can get it, which is a bit better than the previous ones. Personally, I would have put it on this massive sand slide, but you know, for some reason Nintendo won't let me make the decisions around here. Number 44, Mario Squared Galaxy. I feel kinda bad because where were they supposed to put the Comet medal in this level? It is technically missable, but this is another one you're likely to not miss. I'm willing to forgive this one a lot more though, because I can't imagine a single other place for the Comet medal to go. We're finally out of F tier and we're moving on to D tier with number 43, Shiverburn Galaxy. This Comet medal is another one that's pretty much impossible to miss. What makes this one a bit better though is that there's some decent obstacles like moving platforms and lava alongside just being a more fun level. The Shiverburn Galaxy also has the Cloud Flower, which makes almost any level 10 times better. Number 42, Cloudy Court Galaxy. Honestly, what keeps this from being lower is that you have to go through nearly the entirety of the level to get it. With half of the level in 2D, I'd normally be accepting of a so-so Comet medal placement, but with the Cloud Flower, there's definitely a lot of locations for it. You'll find the Comet medal towards the end of the level where there's two walls that try to crush you. The Comet medal is in the only safe area before you get past them, but on the bright side, it's not obtainable whenever the walls are together, making for a little bit of a challenge. Number 41, Rolling Masterpiece Galaxy. This is the last of the Comet medals where I would be surprised if you didn't get this one on your first time through. It's located on the wooden planet on a platform that's getting cut by some saws. It's pretty hard to miss and the likelihood that you'll die from a fall is super low. The only plus is that this is one of those rolling ball levels, and while I know the motion control stars aren't for everyone, I personally enjoy them a lot. Trust me, there's definitely some motion control levels that do the Comet medals a lot better though. Number 40, Upside Dizzy Galaxy. Okay, I know I just said that the last Comet medal was the last one I could see you going through the level without missing, but this one's kinda in that same boat. The thing is though, it's kinda hard to have an interesting placement for a Comet medal in a fully 2D level. This one is found about halfway through the stage in a section where gravity changes to the beat of the music. It's located right under a zapper, so you could possibly get hurt while going for it. The thing is though, getting hit doesn't even really matter that much since there's coins absolutely everywhere. It's not even really that fun to collect. I get that there weren't really a whole lot of spots with this one, but still, it's quite a forgettable Comet medal. Number 39, Spin Dig Galaxy. I really thought that I would end up putting this one higher, but when I got to thinking about it, it's really not that fun to collect. On the second planet, there's a couple of pillars that we can reach the top of using the spin drill. Right next to the second smaller one is the Comet Medal that we can reach with a single jump. It's fine enough, I guess, but I just don't like having to get back up to the tallest pillar to continue on through the level. I feel like there definitely could have been a better placement for the Comet Medal, especially with how the galaxy as a whole is designed. Number 38, Right Side Down Galaxy. And here's another Comet Medal that's in a pretty much completely 2D level. This one though is hidden a lot better as you need to wall jump off some thwomps to get it. It's decent and all, but this galaxy had probably the biggest missed opportunity for a Comet Medal hiding spot. Instead of in the middle of the level next to some deadly thwomps, it could have just been up here at the end of the star instead. Now we've arrived at C tier with number 37, Honeybloom Galaxy. This Comet Medal is tucked away in a corner guarded by a choppa. I like that while it's still pretty unmissable, there's an enemy between you and the medal. Yet again, this galaxy is almost entirely in 2D, so there really weren't a whole lot of places to place this one. It's a decent little Comet Medal, but nothing inherently special. Number 36, Puzzle Plank Galaxy. I absolutely love this galaxy and its concept. This star coin is found on a piece of wood that quickly gets sawed away when you get close to it. You have plenty of time to actually get the medal, so it's not too hard, but it can be easy to either fall off or get hit by the saw. I wish the actual platform would have been a bit longer just to add more difficulty, but as is, this is a pretty fine Comet Medal. Number 35, Boo Moon Galaxy. Usually a Comet Medal like this would be placed a lot earlier in the list, but this one can be a bit challenging if you aren't careful. As you take this snake block path to a launch star, you can spot the Comet Medal slightly out of your way. If you don't have full control of Mario or Luigi, you could easily fall into the poisonous river below. This level as a whole is pretty linear, so there aren't too many hiding spots, but I think they should have hid this at the start of the level in the big maze-like planet. I still don't hate it as much as the other ones before this, and it's pretty solid. Number 34, Beat Block Galaxy. I honestly just really like this galaxy. This time, the Comet Medal is found right above one of these yellow blocks that switch on and off with the music. It's pretty fun to collect, and with such a linear galaxy, there weren't many better places for it to be. Number 33, Flip Swap Galaxy. Yet again, another super linear galaxy with a Comet Medal just out to the side of the main path. The only difference this time around is that there's some rolling chomps. Also, the platforms you have to go across change whenever you spin, so that makes it a little extra challenging. Number 32, Cosmic Cove Galaxy. Water levels in the Galaxy games are some of the best in the series, and Cosmic Cove Galaxy is one of my favorites. This Comet Medal is found in a little open area towards the end of the first star inside a seashell. It fits the galaxy super well honestly, and it's easily the best Comet Medal we've seen up to this point. Number 31, Fluffy Bluff Galaxy. Found on the second planet where there's some cosmic clones chasing after you, you can find the Comet Medal high up in the sky. You can get this little guy by either doing a super well-timed triple jump or by conserving some of your clouds from earlier in this level and using them here. I really like the multiple ways to achieve this puppy, and I think it's our first pretty good Comet Medal that we've seen. Number 30, Bowser Jr.'s Fiery Flotilla. I like this one, but one simple change would have put it so much higher. The Comet Medal is found right above a thwomp at the beginning of the stage. I just really think that this Comet Medal could have been so much better if they just put it on top of the castle 2 feet away from where it was. It would have been a small change, but one that I think would have made it a whole lot better. Number 29, Flashback Galaxy. While this galaxy kinda blows, it has a decent little Comet Medal with it hiding in the corner of the opening mansion area. There's been a time or two where I've missed this one, but that's mostly because I try to run through this crap as quickly as possible. Also, using Yoshi is pretty awesome! Number 28, Bowser Jr.'s Fearsome Fleet. I think this one might be a bit controversial, but I still like it. During a section towards the end of the star, a bunch of airships appear out of nowhere with Hammer Bros on them. On the second one though is a Comet Medal just chilling there. You gotta act quick though, or else the moving platform that you use to get over here will run away from you. It's not hard to collect, but I really like the area around it, so that gives it a big boost. Now it's time for B tier. This tier is the largest tier of the video, and starting it off at number 27, we have Yoshi Star Galaxy. This is a pretty early Comet Medal, so of course it's going to be pretty simple. After taking out Magic Koopa and getting Yoshi, you can head to the back of this area where there's a spring that takes you up to the Comet Medal. I mean, you don't have to save Yoshi from Cody, but I mean, you might as well. While it's not the first Comet Medal you can obtain, it's still an early one that introduces the concept pretty well. Number 26, Flipsville Galaxy. Flipsville Galaxy is one that I really wish had a bit more content in it, but at least the Comet Medal is pretty good. It's found on the first planet of the underside of one of the corners. You can get around the place by ground pounding through some grates, but I also like to just jump around the corners to show off my epic gamer skills. Number 25, Bowser's Galaxy Generator. This Comet Medal is found towards the end of the absolutely epic final Bowser stage. You're taking 2 snake blocks while riding Yoshi and dodging some Magmars. Before the final little stretch before Bowser though is the Comet Medal right next to some flower grapples. It's one of the more epic ones I guess, and fitting the absolutely epic finale that doesn't have an unsatisfying ending at all. Number 24, Sweet Mystery Galaxy. While this one seems like it's on the normal path, it's placed far enough away from it, making you have to look for it. Also, with how the Bulberry timer is, things can get pretty stressful if you aren't quick. This Comet medal fits the galaxy perfectly and is pretty fun to collect. Number 23. Tall Trunk Galaxy. You remember how I was glazing Yoshi earlier? Well, here's another Comet medal requiring us to use Yoshi's awesome blimp ability, and as you would assume, it's better than last time. In this little 2D section, you can spot the Comet medal in a high above place that you won't be able to reach without Fat Yoshi. It's simple, but one that is both fun to collect and works well with the level. Number 22, Stone Cyclone Galaxy. While I do think this is one of the weakest galaxies in either Galaxy game, it's got a pretty good Comet medal. In the middle of the planet, there's a bunch of platforms that move pretty fast, and if you stand on one of them, you'll be taken to the Comet medal. This is of course made a lot easier if you ground pound the switch to slow down time, but it's fun to also try to get it without that crutch. Number 21, Slimy Spring Galaxy. And here we are at every Galaxy 2 fan's niche little galaxy. I'll spare you the whole spiel about how cool and mysterious this place is and instead get to the Comet medal. As you're traveling through the water, you can find it tucked away in a little corner of the cavern. It's honestly pretty easy to miss, but it rewards exploring the mysterious place. Oh wait, I said I would shut up about that, my bad. Number 20, Starshine Beach Galaxy. This is easily my most missed Comet medal because I'm too caught up in collecting the silver stars. This one can be found deep in the underwater area next to a couple of eels. You don't have to go through this exact place for any mission, which is something that's of course going to make it one of the better medals. Sadly though, since I do forget about it quite often, that also hurts it in the ranking. I don't hate it, but I wish there was a bit more indication that this place even really exists.
Well, Chickbean, maybe you should just get better at exploring, you idiot.
Shut up, dingus! Number 19, Boss Blitz Galaxy. Found on the bottom half of King Caliente's planet is the Comet medal floating in the air. I just like how the Comet medal wasn't sitting in direct view of one of the boss's arenas. This is probably placed too high, but I mean, come on, you get a life mushroom down here. That's pretty freaking awesome. Number 18, Honey Hop Galaxy. This Comet medal is found on the final planet of the galaxy in a section where you have to wall jump. It doesn't seem like it's missable since there's a silver star near it, but it just barely slips into frame, making it very possible to miss. I mean, also wall jumping is pretty fun, so that's good, right? Please just like my opinions. Number 17, Haunty Halls Galaxy. I remember this Comet medal giving me the business as a kid, and while it is tough, it doesn't nearly give me that much trouble anymore. At the end of this section where platforms appear and disappear, you can find the medal. The platform moves pretty fast though, so you have to be quick, and it's super easy to fall into the endless abyss. I think this Comet medal works really well for Haunty Halls, and I had to place it pretty high for being Kid Jickbean's very own bully. Number 16, Boulder Bowl Galaxy. Okay, so for this Comet medal, you can get it within like 30 seconds, but I still love it. After getting the rock mushroom, you can head on over to this giant crystal and break it by rolling into it. Inside of the crystal is the Comet medal. It's such a simple Comet medal, but I think it's amazing because it instantly shows off how to use the brand new power-up. Sure, there could have been a little more to this, but I think it's great and works super well. Number 15, Grandmaster Galaxy. Hear me out on this one. While yes, it is both easily visible and can be super easy to collect, it ends up being super stressful. Of course, everyone knows that the perfect run is super hard, and while this star isn't quite that, it's still a pretty tough challenge. The Comet medal can be found in the final section of the star with Boomerang and Hammer Bros. Right next to a Hammer Bro on the right side is the Comet medal hanging off the edge of the platform. You can easily fall off if you're not careful, and if for some reason you decided not to take out the Hammer Bros, they can screw you up too. You're probably also going to be pretty stressed because this is the end of the level, making it pretty easy to mess up. I just love this Comet medal, and it's so fitting for the final galaxy in the game. Number 14, Melty Monster Galaxy. You can find this Comet medal towards the end of the first star where you platform across many floating rocks while dodging Magmars and Magmas. This is yet another very simple Comet medal, but this time around the setting is just so epic that getting the medal feels epic. You can't actually get hit by the enemies while collecting it, but they're so close to you that it feels pretty tense. Another pretty good Comet medal that's pretty fun to collect. Number 13, Hightail Falls Galaxy. As a resident Yoshi enjoyer, anything involving Yoshi is going to get a big boost. This Comet medal is found towards the end of the star, tucked away in a little corner. You have to use the dash pepper in order to maneuver around the stage, and anytime you hit a wall or a pole, you'll fall off the wall you're running on. The Comet medal isn't actually hard to miss, but it's fun to try and not run into the wall while collecting it. Number 12, Sky Station Galaxy. This is the very first Comet medal in the game, and it introduces the concept perfectly. The Comet medal is found around the middle point of the level and can only be found while riding whatever the hell this thing is. I love how it's not too out of the way, but you also get rewarded for exploring the planet. It is the perfect introduction to the Comet medal mechanic. Now we're moving on up to A tier, and these Comet medals are awesome. Number 11, Bowser Jr.'s Boom Bunker. Found on the planet right before the Boom Bunker boss fight is the Comet medal. You can use the Cloud Flower and you'll have to dodge some bombs while you move across these platforms. I promise this is the last time I'll say this, but I sometimes forget about this Comet medal, which inherently makes it well hidden. Even though it's definitely just because I'm dumb and an idiot and whatever, let's just go to the top 10. Number 10, Space Storm Galaxy. Now this is how you do a 2D Comet medal. On the second planet of the first star, there's a bunch of platforms that move up and down along with some electrical rails. Right before the launch star though, you can find the Comet Medal right above an electrical rail. This is another Comet Medal where you can easily get hit while trying to go for it. It's honestly kind of difficult to get it without taking damage, but when you do, it's super satisfying. Number 9, Chompworks Galaxy. This is yet another Comet Medal where you can get it within like 30 seconds, but it's just amazing. The medal ends up being just above some rolling chomps, and there's not a lot of room to breathe here. It's super easy to get hit by a chomp and fall off, but man is it so rewarding when you get it. There's definitely a lot of good spots for Comet Medals in this galaxy, but they kept it simple, and it's awesome. Number 8, Freezy Flake Galaxy. This is one of the more hidden Comet Medals in my opinion. After burning this giant snow Bowser and taking a little slide, you get to an area with a bunch of little burrs and some snow blocks. While you're supposed to melt the blocks that lead to a pipe, you can actually break all the blocks and eventually find the Comet Medal tucked away in a little cubby. You don't have to necessarily explore for a lot of these Comet Medals, but it's nice to do that for once. Number 7, Rolling Coaster Galaxy. I know, motion controller missions suck, blah blah blah, but I have a soft spot for these things. As you roll down the Rainbow Road, you'll eventually come to a fork in the road. If you take the right, much more narrow side, you can find the Comet Medal. It is so fun to go down this path super fast, and with all the bombs and poles, you can get knocked off pretty easily. It's also of course made decently hard because you have to use motion controls. However, it is so rewarding to get and so fun as well. Number 6, Flip Out Galaxy. And just missing out on S tier is the second to last galaxy in the game. This Comet Medal is found towards the end of the stage on top of a platform that goes in and out when you spin. In order to get the Comet Medal, you can perform a series of long jumps over multiple of these platforms. It's so rewarding to pull off and one of my absolute favorite Comet Medals to get. We've finally reached the S tier. These last 5 Comet Medals are absolutely elite and are so fun to nab. Number 5, Bowser's Lava Lair. Now if you want to talk about super rewarding Comet Medals, then look no further than this one. As you make your way through one of Bowser's many fortresses that I don't really understand how he gets built, you'll come across a Womp and a Comet Medal floating in the air. What you can do is perform some jumps followed by a wall jump off the Womp to get the medal. I mean, of course there's many variations on how you can get it, and all of them are fun. This top 5 as a whole was insanely hard to rank because I just love them all so much. Number 4, Wild Glide Galaxy. I know not everyone is a fan of the motion control levels in the Galaxy games, but the Fluzzard ones in Galaxy 2 might be my favorite of the bunch. As you glide throughout this beautiful forest, there are 5 different gates that you can fly through. If you do so, right before the goal, you can pick yourself up the Comet Medal. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's so amazing about this medal. We'll see another far better one than this later on, but man, Wild Glide Galaxy's Comet Medal is absolutely amazing. Number 3, Clockwork Ruins Galaxy. I'm not a big fan of this galaxy, but oh my goodness does it have a phenomenal Comet Medal. In one of the late portions of the star, there's these rolling wheels or whatever with cutouts in them. You can actually get on top of them, and if you do so, you'll be able to ride one of them to a Comet Medal. This is easily one of the most stressful medals to get and is also pretty freaking awesome. Number 2, Throwback Galaxy. The reference here absolutely carries this Comet Medal. On the left side of Womp's Fortress, you can find the medal where the shoot into the wild blue star was in Mario 64. This whole galaxy is obviously a big Mario 64 reference. I mean, could you tell? You can of course get to this in many different ways, with my personal favorite being wall jumping up there from the bottom. I bet this will be pretty high on almost all people's Comet Medal lists, but let's be honest, only me and like 5 other people actually have one of those lists. And at number 1, the very best Comet Medal in all of Super Mario Galaxy 2 comes from Fleet Glide Galaxy. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm a huge fan of the Fluzzard missions, so it's only right that a galaxy where that's all you do is at number 1. Just like before, you have to fly through 5 gates. I find these ones though to be a lot more fun to go through, and I just really like the setting here too. It's such an epic place to do this, and is much more unique than a forest, even though I love that place too. I also just find this to be a lot more difficult than Wild Glide. I'm sure not everyone's gonna have the same list, but for me personally, this galaxy has the very best Comet Medal in all of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, because we're going to rank the worlds by their average Comet Medal score. Coming in 7th place with a Comet Medal score of 30 is World 1. In 6th place with a score of 27.57 is World 3. In 5th place with a score of 26.43 is World 5. In 4th place with a score of 24.43 is World 4. For the Bronze Medal in 3rd place with a score of 23.29 is World S. For the Silver Medal with a score of 22.86 is World 6. And the number 1 undisputed best world in all of Super Mario Galaxy 2 based on how good the Comet Medals are with a score of 20.43 is World 2. This obviously wouldn't be my official world ranking. I mean, World 6 is too high, but if that's some sort of video you'd be interested in, then let me know down in the comments. Anyways, that's every Comet Medal in Super Mario Galaxy 2 ranked. I love any time I get to talk about this or the first Galaxy game, so if those are some things you want me to cover, then let me know down in the comments. Over the summer, I'm going to be experimenting a lot more with the content, so be sure to support the kind of things that you guys like. I'm still probably going to be sticking to mostly Nintendo stuff, or at least Nintendo adjacent games. If you guys have any ideas for any content, you could also leave any ideas in the comments below. I just want to, as always, thank you guys so much for the support on the channel this year. It truly means the world to me. And of course, we have to thank the one and only Jikbean loyalist, Alice in Elden Ring. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. Have a phenomenal rest of your day, and we'll be seeing ya.